I don't know why. I think I'm surprised because I've been chosen to start off. um, Good morning, everyone. All protocols observed. I would love to take this opportunity to say my name is Stephen Zusa, an officer of the court, and I have my team around with me. Bwana Mutea is the legal. I have Bwana Peter is around also, who handles our investments and everything. I have Bwana Abdi, who is the media guy. I'm privileged enough to be part of today, and I might not be able to speak about everything that I would have wished to. But the one thing I'm able to say this morning, it's very easy to say, as people say, preach to the sheep. The fact that each of you here is a professional makes it even easier for me to share a thought for the 1 minute that I'm standing before you. One of the things that we've been able to do as MAP Consultancy, we are a group of friends from different backgrounds that have come together just to see the need that is visibility for most of the institutions and organizations across board. We've been privileged enough to serve quite a number of good clients. So far, as I was sharing with a friend just back down there, that in our office we are able, and now as we speak, more or less above 100 different organizations that consult with us on matters of just growth. One of the things that I keep on saying to most of the friends that I get to meet is that at the end of the day, if you do not become part of something that is trending at that exact moment, you're missing out. And the real reason that we're here today is that technology is taking over or even charge in the different forums, in the different aspects, in the different countries, and we are not missing out even ourselves as SMAP Consultancy. The idea behind technology, which is actually growing a little bit faster than some of us could attain the moment to just be part of, there's a say I keep on saying, is that let's become part of technology so that technology works for us. On the matters of real estate for me, that has been part of who I am, I'm also an investor in the same. The one thing I keep on saying is that there's so much smart ideas via software, via technology itself, via hardware, that we can become part of to allow us to get to those levels that we can gain something out of it. What do I mean? At the end of the day, even as I'm speaking right now, I know about bots. I actually know about conversational AIs. I actually also know about interactive apps that can allow me to become visible. For the rest of the team that will have even an opportunity to speak after me, who will have even better knowledge, because this is within the aspect of what they work on a day-to-day basis. The one thing I want to stand on is the fact that every technology idea just gives you visibility. If you would love to become part of the interactive session between you and people that would love to work with you, even as a company, there are apps already up and ongoing that have kept on meeting people who are doing amazing work, young people that are coming up with greater ideas on a day-to-day basis. Don't I know of a young man from JQuat that is working on an idea whereby they do not need to be in office, but you can interact with their office 24 good hours because of something called conversational AI. They've come up with an idea that keeps you answering every question in a manner that it's so normal to you that you wouldn't even know that you're talking to a bot that has been enabled to get to that moment to have a conversation with you. These are also ideas. If you own, if you're part, if you're founder, even if you run a company that you would need to work with people, on the basis sometimes we are too busy. Like today we are at an event, we are not able to get our phones, even with all the people we've left in the office. There are things that are meant for you as a director. There are things that are meant for you as a manager. There are things that are meant for you as the person that is running the whole bus towards a certain destination. You already have a system, software, that keeps on helping you to interact with your customers. On the second thing that I've actually even been able, today I felt the need to speak about things that I'm interacting with rather than things I'm hearing or rather than things that I'm reading about. The advantage of being on the ground, this being my 23rd year, just running around young people who are coming up with very good ideas, and that is the future that we are going to be part of, is I get to see them do what they do at their level best. One of the better ideas that I've actually been part of when I got an opportunity for another event is I got to do virtual reality. I visited a whole estate without having to go there physically. And this time round, I got to enter a house. It seemed like it was unreal by all basic knowledge. It was really unreal. But someone got to come up with a whole idea, invested in it, came up with a virtual reality idea that you get to wear those nice goggles and you visit a whole estate in Karen, from the gate level to the building itself, to all floor, every dimension possible. I'm in love in the fact that we have engineers in the house. Everything was into the moment without you having to be there in person. That for me blew my mind. And I thought, do you know how beautiful this is in the marketing world? That the fact that we can sit in our office and across the globe, we get to have people to view our different properties wherever we are and wherever we have them. And we have them having to either purchase or even become part of the systems towards purchase of the same. So for me today, one of the greatest reasons I feel like I was meant to be here is to become visible to the fact that each one of you has an idea that I could be part of. You have some knowledge that we could interact on and get to those levels. Even one of the other aspects that I've gotten an interaction with, me and Motea, our friend, is called David. David Kimolo was 2 years back. He was awarded one of the best ideas in technology. This young man came up with an idea whereby it could bring all the data towards a certain business into one specific software for you to get. Let's say, like right now, we are talking about realtors, we are talking about buildings, we are talking about buy and sell, we are talking about carrier and everything. He has come up with an idea that can allow us to collect data into one space. That the reason being that today I need to go to a specific website to check on a couple of things, I'm able just to go to his one website and visit KRA via the same technology. I'm able to go through one and get to Sandy Show. I'm able to go through his one and get to Equity. I'm able to go through his own website and get to Certified Homes. And all these while you are there, you're getting interactions towards, you're not even losing a minute of your time, that you need to open a couple of tabs on your computer. Because one of the things, I'm not even old enough today to say that technology is becoming harder to use, but the fact that someone can make it easier for me to open one tab and interact with 20 other different tabs without having to open. You know how it feels to have 30 tabs at the same time? You've got to come from one tab to the next tab. I can see people smiling. You know how it's really frustrating that you've got to enter a tab and you've got to scroll down to what you need. You've got to enter details. By the time you're finishing this, your concentration is taken to the next website. Then by the time you're coming back, we already know most of our websites, what do they have? A time limit. So by the time I'm coming back to the other website, what does it do to me? It takes me to start. How does it feel to enter one website and interact with all these without having to go back to other spaces? This is the future. You either become part of the future or the future leaves you hanging here. And by the time you are part of the future, a lot of younger versions of who we are will have already invested in all these ideas. So today, as we stand here, today as we meet all these amazing, beautiful souls, visibility is not just about the better branding, the better marketing. My visibility that I'm talking about today is becoming part of what the future is. If a new idea pops out and you can do your better due diligence around it, and you see it really attaches to who you are as a company, as an institution, even as a person. Sometimes you don't need to become an institution to become even an investor, but at the end of the day, if there is an idea that you feel like can bring you into that level of visibility, I would urge you today, before even I sit down, do not miss out. Just turn to your neighbor and tell them, Steve says, do not miss out. I love the smiles. So I will not take a lot of time, and that's why I said the greatest advantage of a day like today is you don't need to preach to the sheep. You only need to say one thing and allow the interactions to come thereafter. So today, find yourself visibility by understanding every speaker that will stand before you. Find yourself visibility by every network that you can get to meet. Maybe I'm your next part of the investment. Maybe I own the data that you need. Maybe I'm the reason that your tomorrow is part of billions in your pocket, right? That is called visibility. So find a reason today to meet all the tech gurus, people who are already bringing us the future here. Even as I sit down, I was really mesmerized yesterday at night. I got to saw something called a moving TV. Something that you can actually fold it together to the size of the diary that is in front of you. And once you open it up, it becomes a 55-inch. Do you know how powerful that is? Technology is making the impossible possible. If it was not that I'm educated, ningesema uchawi. We can agree on that, right? Technology is making the impossible possible, and part of possibility is you becoming part of it. So if these are the possibilities within your world at the moment, for you to grow, you don't need any advisor. You only need to take the bold step of faith and become part of what is already possible right now. Whatever we used to call impossible, I won't even want to call it impossible anymore. And for the sake of today, thank you so much.